Hello YouTube, my name is Jasper, um, and this is my first YouTube video. Me being a goth, my channel is going to be pretty much one of the many goth channels on YouTube. I do apologize for my appearance at the moment, rather undecorated. I'm just about to go get a haircut right now, so I don't want to wear anything too fancy because I'll get hair all over it. So for my first video, I figured I would do Un-goth confessions. I have absolutely no segue there, but let's just begin. As you can see, my bedroom is extremely plain. Not gothy at all. I will show you. Basically the only two things that I have is right there, that little skeleton cup. I hold my keys in that. Candle and a cauldron. And I do have right here a Halloween countdown chain that I made with my little sister. That's a little goth. It's Halloween. But other than that, my room is extremely boring. I don't like it, but I'm gonna be going off to college in a little more than a year now, so I figured it's not of any use this late to decorate. I hate tea. I hate tea. I don't know why. Right now I'm drinking coffee, as I usually am. I drink a lot of coffee. But tea, I never understood it. Never has it, I've not enjoyed the taste ever. I do sometimes drink it for medicinal purposes. I'm a singer, so I sometimes drink, lemon and honey green tea. But other than that, I'm a coffee boy. I just burnt my mouth a little bit. Okay. When I first became a part of the subculture, during my baby bad days, I did not listen to any gothic music, as many people will say. Marilyn Manson was my number one. Basically, the music that I listen to is the music that could be identified specifically as not goth. Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Wednesday 13, The Birthday Massacre, all fantastic bands, and I still love those bands to this day. It's just I have them, and on Spotify I've got a playlist of goth and not goth. So earlier on, I really didn't get the two real original goth bands, Susie and the Banshees and Joy Division. I didn't really like them for a long while. I do now. They're fantastic bands, and I understand that, but they weren't really my cup of tea at first. I also, this isn't necessarily an un-goth confession, but it's popular within the subculture. Black metal. I'm not a huge fan. Sue me. And that's not all black metal, but and a lot of stuff by certain artists I really like. Burzum. I'm a really big fan of his softer things. Dark Throne. If I get that name wrong, I tend to do that for whatever reason. The one with Fenriz in it. Their song Transylvanian Hunger. I'm almost positive that's their band's name, but that's a fantastic song, Transylvanian Hunger. And Bathory. I'm a huge fan of Bathory. So, and there's a few other bands in there. um, that debatably would count as black metal, or maybe just blackened death. I'm a big fan of comedy. Uh, my girlfriend is very much so not, by any means, a goth. Um, we watch a lot of Bob's Burgers, Community, Archer. We love Archer. All those things. Not necessarily the most brooding-ish shows. My opinion on zombies. I think that shit's way overdone. I don't like, to a certain extent, it's a great concept, Nowadays, it's been turned into a franchise. Franchise is the right term. It's been turned into a product. It's on so many T-shirts and just the ideas. I liked the idea of like cursing dead bodies, turning them into zombies with voodoo or whatnot. And sometimes the disease works for the storyline, but usually it's just crap. All the others, like mummies, vampires, werewolves, fantastic ideas. I'm a real big fan of mummies for whatever reason. I've actually never seen a movie with a mummy in it, but just the concept of a mummy I think is really, really cool. I have an enormous weakness for cute things. Small animals, small humans. My girlfriend really thinks that robots are just adorable for whatever reason. I've sort of started to adapt that opinion for whatever for some reason. So there's that. I have eyebrows. I don't usually. I have where I work. I can't go to work with makeup on ever, so I can't really afford to not have eyebrows. I work at a gym, and that's not exactly an artistically conscious sort of place. Okay, so this next one, it's not necessarily a confession, it's just a little more of a fun story that I wanted to include, because I like to tell this, talk about this for whatever reason, how much I hate Avril Lavigne. Ever since the day that my mom, she was listening to music with my two little sisters. One of them is 6, one of them's 8. They were all listening to music, and my mom in the kitchen, and I stepped in there to get water, and my mom asks me, "Hey Jasper, do you listen to Avril Lavigne? She's pretty edgy, right?" And so I went into my room and blasted death metal for really loud for a little while, and then I turned it down to a more respectable volume, but continued to listen to it. I think I was listening to Cradle of Filth. That's blackened death metal. That's got some influence of black metal in it. I'm a huge fan of reggae music. For whatever reason, the moment someone starts playing reggae music, I'm not a goth for that short period of time. I get so into reggae when I listen to it. It's just, it's a good feeling. I really like the music. I've caught wind of the idea that there is a little niche somewhere within the subculture of goth that incorporates reggae. I've unfortunately not found that yet. But I would like to, but I sort of gave up on figuring that all out. So I mentioned that I prefer to drink coffee a significant amount over tea, and I don't drink my coffee black, ever. It's disgusting. I don't understand the appeal of it, aside from looking brutish and dark, which I don't really, I'm not a vampire, I just like the aesthetics of it. So I don't usually tend to drink my coffee with anything but a shit ton of creamer and sweetener. And a really good one, if you're a goth, you chances are have at least heard of the South Park characters, the 4 goth characters, and the little group of Twilight vamp kids that they conflict with. First off, I love those characters. Those are a minor, not even a minor obsession, a significant obsession of mine. And in the first episode, for those of you who've not seen it, in the first episode, they to send the leader. The Goths are trying to defeat the vampires, and they plan to send their leader, Mike Wachowski, who sort of started the whole trend there at their school. They kidnap him. They have to get rid of the leader to destroy the rest of the hive or whatever it may be. And so they're trying to decide what to do with him. They're thinking of, torturing him, cutting out his tongue, whatever. But in the end, they decide to send him to the most awful, miserable place in the world, Scottsdale, Arizona. I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. And they're not wrong. It's pretty shitty here. Sunny constantly. Hot. 110 degrees is not shocking here by any means. So, that's one of the... I don't have a choice in that matter, mind you. So... but I do truly, truly, truly hate where I live. So, that was my goth confessions. I'm going to be honest. I did not keep track of how many I just said. I have it written down here, but I skipped a lot of them. So I have no idea how many there were in that video. But please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can to my channel that is positive, or even if you didn't like the video, negative, because I wouldn't mind the attention. I'm a bit of an attention whore. So that is all. I'm going to go get my hair bleached and cut, so the next time you'll see me, I'll have white hair probably. Assuming we don't, get in a crash or whatever on the way there. So I'm going to go do that, and I wish you all a great day and an even better night.